What's up, guys? Camilo here, also known as Vibes, coming at you with some spicy new My Hero Academia card game content. I'm super excited to be bringing this to you guys today. Be get ready because we're gonna be shipping a whole lot of My Hero content coming up. This is the new spice, the new game that's been getting all of us here super hyped up. It's really great, and I was able to take down a couple locals this past couple weeks with Mr. All Might himself. So I'll go ahead and be doing a deck profile on the deck that I used to get first and get some pretty cool Victory plus Ultra pack right there. It was pretty nice. Definitely just threw these into the deck right after. So, all right, let's without further ado, let's get right into it. So, obviously, first things first is our leader, All Might. He's the new one from the promo pack. He's super cool because he can commit a foundation to draw 2 cards, which helps you extend your KO turn that you're trying to finish off your opponent, and combos really well with his other enhance that's playable while committed to give it a boost in speed or attack depending on how much cards you earn your opponent's hand. So he's super cool. 6 hand size, 30 health. He's an absolute tank. He gives it speed or damage. Like, it's everything you would want in a character. Good hand size, good health, draws you cards and can give you speed or damage. Guy's cracked. So really happy to be able to play with him. So let's go ahead and now show off the attacks, which is kind of how I decide to deck build. Is I'll see which attacks are like really cool that work together, and that's how I'll be able to pick a character that will complement those attacks. So I know everyone has their own way of deck building, but for me it's starting off with the attacks. So we're gonna start off with, of course, the 4 obligatory Texas Smash. This card is this card wins games. You're never sad seeing multiple in your hand. It's good on offense, it's good on defense. It's a 1 mid block, so it's really good. It's a 4 cost, so it's super cheap to play. It's a combo, so you can just start stacking these, powering up all your other attacks. It might have like weak stats, but you definitely bump those up with your leader and its own enhances to give it +4 damage, or you can discard a card to give your next attack +4. So this card it's just super good. I'm always really happy when I combo off with this card. So 4 for sure. Then a cheeky, just a 2 setup strike. Kind of just to set up your next attack, hence the name setup strike. It kind of puts your opponent in a weird situation because it's like a 3 speed, so it's not too fast, but it's 5 damage. So they might not want to block it, but then they're taking 5, and then your next attack is going to be boosted in speed. So it's just really awesome. And you can discard a momentum to give it plus speed. So this card's really cool. And then to finish off we still have some more Deku cards. We play 4 reverse throw. This card's really good to help you go for your kill turn because it's a throw, so no matter what, it'll do half damage. So you could get cheeky with some All Might plays to boost it up, and even if they perfect block it, they're taking half, and you can just win games just from a cheeky little throw. So definitely enjoy this card. It's cheesed a lot of games when your opponent, they're like at 3 or 4 health and they save their block, and you just hit them with a cheeky reverse throw. Very good. And an enhanced draw card if it deals 5. Definitely comes up. Now our last Deku package is going to be 2 of the full Cowling Secret Rares. This card is honestly cracked. All of these cards are cracked. That's why they're in the deck. But basically what this does is I can enhance to discard my hand to draw 3. So usually if you've played this game, you'll know that when you're going on your kill turn, you've kind of run out of attacks. So this can help you draw into those 1 or 2 attacks that you're missing to go for game. It has a super cool enhance that if this is not blocked, you can commit your rival's character. So very nice. It's a 4 high for 6, so just all around good stats, good block. Definitely you can tell why this is the secret rare of the set. Now we'll go on to some Kirishima cards. We'll go with 4 Hardened Chop. The chop be chopping. Breaker 1, so on defense it's good. enhance to destroy face down, build a top card, and it puts your opponent in a cheeky situation because if this attack is blocked, they have to discard a card. So you could go All Might, boost the damage, and then you make it very threatening. And it's like, okay, if you discard it, if you block it, you have to discard a card in your hand. So make them progressively harder for them to block. So yeah, this card is super good and goes really well with his other punches, the hardened jab. You play 4 of this because it's cheap to play, very good block, and you basically just build a foundation for free. And with the other attacks, when you could build like an attack, you could do this to enhance to add a face down. You can add an attack and then build a top card, so then you can continue your combo string. So very cool extender, does damage, really good block, hardened jab. Honestly, all of Kirishima's attacks are very good. And that's it for the attacks. It's 20 attacks. I played 20 attacks, 40 foundations, so it's pretty good ratios. All the attacks are very good. I'm very happy with this lineup. Now for the foundations, so we played 2 plus ultra. I was playing 60 cards, but then I pulled this for winning in the victory pack and pulled this in the next tournament. So I kind of just threw 2 in here. So now it's at 62, but honestly, this card is so worth it. I kind of just threw it in, and I haven't really felt bad about it. Like, this card just cheeses games. It's a really good block. It's really good on offense. I just kind of threw 2 in there, and it's been working real well for me. Now to go off with the foundations, we'll play 2 planning aheads. This card's real cheeky because especially on some matchups where, for example, like Ochako, or like if you're going against Ida, you can kind of predict a lot of their attacks. So you can just -5 damage, and really just halt their combo string. And of course, the 4 obligatory coordinated effort. This card is absolutely insane. It might be unique, but you play 4 anyway because it's a really good check and you really want to open it turn 1. So unique basically means you can only have 1 built in your stage or in your foundation. Yeah, your stage. But we play 4 to max our odds of opening with it because this card says your first attack, or if any of your attack is blocked, you can commit and then build it. So then you can combo with other Kirishima cards to add those attacks to your hand, and you keep extending, and you don't have progressive difficulty for that next attack. So this card is honestly really good. It's a 2 mid block. This 6 check is so good. Alright, and now for our 2 cost foundations, we play 4 Specialists of Sound. This card is really good. Honestly, every card in this deck is broken. Jasco they did a really good job in, the first set, making cards like super playable. So this card's really good because it's if you check it, you can reveal the top card of your deck, and you can then see like, oh, it's a foundation. So I know I'm checking a 5. I can attack and not have to like tap too much. Or you see, oh man, it's an attack coming up. I'm not really going to combo too hard this turn. I'm just going to build. And then you have a response commit. If the attack is played, -3 speed. So you can like stack these and just like, yeah, basically 4 for sure. Now we play 2 You're So Obvious. It's really good since we are playing an All Might deck and most of our attacks are going to be punches. So it's good on offense and on defense, and it's also good if your opponent is minusing your stuff. You can get it back to its original and give it damage or speed depending on what got affected. And only 2 because it is a 4 check, and that does come up, but I do side in the other 2 copies. Next, we'll play 4 Hardened. This card is really good, especially with the Kirishima package. If you block with this, their next attack gets -2, and I can commit this to give my next attack +2 damage, but if it has Harden in its name, it'll get +3. So you can do some nice combos, especially with All Might. You can just boost up an attack to do infinite damage, and the high block is nice. Then for Passing the Torch, pretty much to help extend to draw that final attack that you're missing. Not much to say. The 3 mid block, it's kind of painful, but it is a mid block, so it's not too bad. But you're mainly doing this to commit, draw a card. It could help you on defense. It can help you on offense. Drawing cards is never bad. Now for the 1 cost foundations, we play 3 Manly Passionate. I would play 4. I do side the 4th, but I just 3 has been a good number for me. If it's really good when you block, you can respond to flip this. Oh, when you block with the foundation, you can respond, flip this, build that foundation. So now you have more fuel to defend, and you don't have that progressive difficulty. So broken. Just this 3 right here does kind of get a little in the way. So to kind of make up for that, we'll play 4 self-sacrifice because it's a 1 low block, 1 build foundation. So it's a very good just to like build. On your build turn, you can kind of extend, and it helps you extending because you can destroy a foundation to give an attack +1 or -1 damage. So let's say you're deadlocked and your opponent is gonna you can kind of just play around deadlock with this. It's real cheeky because they'll play into trying to deadlock enhance you, and then you can be like, okay, enhance, destroy, and now I don't have 11 foundations, and they probably weren't gonna think of that coming. So self-sacrifice is really good. Definitely play 4. Now I'll play 3 note-taking. This basically just helps my attacks be, my punches increase speed. So if I can go with All Might to give it damage, and then I can flip this to give it speed, or I could just go All Might, give it speed, this give it speed, and make it like unblockable. 3 has been fine. I definitely side the 4th. And then 4 Bonds of Friendship. This card, honestly, the Fury, it doesn't come up as often as I would like, because it only minuses Fury attack, but it's mainly for the stats over here on these corners. 1 cost to build, so super cheap. 1 cost high block, so real good to block with, and 6 check. So many times have I played like let's say a Texas Smash on my on a +2, so it has to have to check a 6. And I just check this, and I don't have to commit anything, and I can just keep going. Man, like if you play this game, you'll know when you check a 6, you're having a good time. And now for our 0 cost foundations, we have 2 Recovery Girls Kiss. I would play more, but I kind of had to make space for other more impactful options, or foundations, sorry. But why this card is good is because it's 0, so you can play it on your 4th zone for 3, so it'll always build. And it kind of makes your All Might a 32 lifer, or if you have other ways to unflip this, like for example with Quarter Effort, if your opponent's deadlocked, you can unflip this, and you can kind of just make this 30 health 32 plus, which is very hard to go through. So this is there, cheeky and a mid block, pretty nice. And then we'll play 4 It Can't Be Fixed. I really like this card. It's a 1 cost high block, so really nice. Again, a 0 cost, so pretty much guaranteed build. And it has a response flip. If I get basically stun hate, like if they stun me or they commit any of my foundations on my turn, I can flip this and build the top card of my deck face down, and it's playable while committed. So they stun, okay, I'll stun this, flip it as a response, build. So real cool. Punishes those stun cards. And that's it for the main deck. It's 60 cards. It's quite a pile, or 62, sorry, because we added these 2 plus ultras, but it's been super worth it. And now I'll just go over the side deck real quick. The side deck depends on your meta, but I kind of made it to help against my weaknesses. For example, All Might, he struggles against like characters that have a smaller hand, since they're not really gonna have much in hand to give me that bonus, like a good bonus to plus speed and damage. So in order to compensate for that, like for example like the Nomu matchups or the Ochakos, you can side into, well, I side into Kirishima, and he's really good because he's just super defensive but also offensive. So we go and complement the side deck with more of his package. So we side into Kirishima, some attacks. We'll probably cut out like the setup strikes to put these in, and some other attacks to put these. And third planning ahead, because you can literally just wall out decks that you kind of already know, and their attacks. So the third one, it's real good for those matchups. Kind of rewards you for knowing your matchups, and you can really just make them do nothing. The fourth, Manly Passionate. The fourth, Note Taking. And the third and fourth, You're So Obvious. So these are my 10 card side deck. It's been working out pretty well for me. Kirishima's real cool to side in after All Might because they're expecting a certain game plan, but then you can side into a more defensive but yet aggressive. So really good to help against your your worst matchups. So thank you for sticking to the end of the video. We do want to reward you and this new series that we're doing. So we are going to be raffling off a Plus Ultra pack. So all you have to do is like and comment, subscribe, and we'll go ahead and randomly pick out a comment and DM you and ask for your stuff so we can send this to you. It's going to be this Plus Ultra pack. Maybe you're lucky enough to also pull a Plus Ultra and put it in your deck. That card is absolutely cracked. But yeah, we'll be coming through with a lot more content coming up. A lot of deck profiles, a lot of battle series. I got a spicy Denki deck that I want to show off, and I know some others here testing with Shoto and Eraserhead. So a lot of content coming up for you guys. So please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch y'all later.